So today we are going to learn how to energize. Okay. So before starting this technique, I want you all to first cleanse all your chakras. Okay. In the last video, I showed you how to cleanse the chakras because without cleansing all the chakras, you should not energize. Okay. That will cause radical reaction. Okay. So first you cleanse all your chakras. First you cleanse the aura, cleanse all the chakras, and then you should do this energizing technique. Okay. So now we come to energizing technique proper. So what we are going to do is, okay, so there are two poses which we follow in energizing technique. Okay. Number one is the Devi pose. Okay. This is called as the Devi pose. So what is happening in the Devi pose? So you know how goddess, any Devi or any goddess, okay, they always stand like this. Okay. So this is our left hand. My dominant hand is the right hand. So my left hand is the receiving hand and my right hand will be the projecting hand. So the receiving hand, the palms are upwards because we are receiving prana. Okay. And my dominant hand will be the projecting hand where it is projecting the prana to the person who needs healing. Okay. So this is called the Devi pose. There is also another pose that is called as the reaching for the sky pose. Okay. So this hand is the my receiving hand, so I'm reaching for the sky like this. My hands are like this and the prana is coming from the sky and it's coming into my hands and I'm projecting like this from my right hand. Okay, so this is called as the reaching for the sky pose. There is also Buddha pose which is similar to the Devi pose. For me, I personally like the Devi pose because it is comfortable. Okay, and always make sure that when you are energizing, your armpits are a bit open. Okay, because we are receiving prana also, the armpit chakras also working. So just keep your armpits open. Okay. Now, certain things which we need to remember is we are going to use the hand chakra technique. So what we do is we are receiving prana from our left hand and we are projecting prana from the right hand. Okay. Now, when we are doing it, we are going to first think that there is a ball of white light, okay, on which is coming from the air, which is coming from the sun, which is coming from the ground, okay, all the prana. It's like a white prana, which is ball of white light on our left hand. Okay, so it is taking the white prana. Okay, and it is going in and it is coming out from our right hand. Okay, so first things first is you all have to concentrate at the on the center of your palm. Okay, so before energizing, just rub your palms like this with your thumb. Keep rubbing your palms for some time so that your hands are sensitized. Okay, so next what we are going to do, next thing what we need to remember is, so number one is we have to concentrate at the on the palm. Okay, so at the palm and we are concentrating and we are going to energize. The second point is when we are energizing, your focus, your concentration should be on the left hand or on your receiving hand. Okay. So your concentration, do not focus on the giving hand. Okay. Or the hand which is projecting. Then what will happen is if you project, if you keep your concentration towards your giving hand, not much of prana is getting absorbed on your receiving hand and you will project less prana. So when you are energizing, always concentrate on the receiving hand. Okay, so you're just imagine as if there's a ball of white light on your left hand and you're projecting from your right hand, but your focus is on your receiving hand. Okay, I'm saying right and left because for me, my dominant hand is right. You can do it the other way around. If you're a left-handed person, then you can do the other way around. You can make your right hand as the receiving hand and the left hand as the projecting hand. Okay, you can do it any way. Okay, so I'm just going to say for easier convenience is that my receiving hand and my projecting hand. Okay, so our focus has to be on the receiving hand, right? Now the third thing, the next thing which we need to remember is that always have, before energizing, before we do the energizing technique, always make an initial intention. Okay, in this entire healing process, the most important thing is intention. Okay, so just where before energizing, just say that, okay, I'm going to energize so and so, that area or this chakra of this particular person, I'm going to start energizing now. Okay, and healing gurus, please guide me. Okay, so always have, make an intention. Okay, make a clear intention what you're going to do, even before cleansing, even before scanning. Keep talking to the healing gurus. I do it all the time and it works very well. So that, and also sometimes you forget things and then suddenly you will remember, okay, I should do this also. Okay, so basically those are all guidances coming from our healing gurus, right? So then, so basically we need to make an intention. Okay, so that is that. Next, what we do is, the there might be some slight pain also you might be feeling, because you're going on doing a lot of movements of cleansing, movements of energizing. So you all might find, like, feel a little bit of pain. Okay, so for that you can keep flicking your hands. Okay, so that there is no dirty disease energy which is stuck to our hands. Okay, and once you're done energizing, you can again rescan those particular areas. You can rescan a chakra, you can rescan a particular organ to see that if that particular area is depleted or it is congested. Okay, so you can keep rescanning, and if the area is still congested, you can again do more cleansing and again you can do the energizing. Okay, so these are the few tips which I wanted you all to remember. Okay, so most important is focus on your left hand. There's a ball of white light on your left hand, and you have to focus on your left hand while projecting the prana, or focus on the receiving hand while you're projecting the prana. Okay, so I hope you have done all the energizing, first the aura cleansing and then the cleansing of the chakras process. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to energize. Okay, so this is the Devi pose. Okay, now I'm imagining there is a ball of white light which is there on my left hand. My focus is on my left hand. Okay, and I'm just going to energize. Say I'm going to energize my basic chakra. Okay, I'm going to energize my basic chakra, and my focus is on my left hand, and I'm going to say and three times. Okay, energize my basic chakra, energize my basic chakra, energize my basic chakra. Okay, and flick. So my hands was like this. Okay, left hand is receiving, right hand is like this, and I'm saying energize, energize, energize three times. Okay, but my all my intention, all my concentration is only on my receiving hand and not on my giving hand. Okay, on the palms. Okay, now when you're saying energize, 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 with each breathe, which every cycle, you do the pranic breathing, like tongue to palate again, tongue to palate. Okay, and then say, breathe in, energize, energize, energize. So what happens is, with this, the flow is better, projection of prana is better, absorption of prana is better. Okay, so here our hand chakras are going on working. Okay, so when we are doing the energizing, so our, as I said, that our, it is giving, right? So it is giving, so our hand chakras are moving anti-clockwise direction more than the clockwise direction. And when with our receiving hand, where the prana is getting absorbed, so the our hand chakra is in this hand is rotating more on the clockwise side than the anti-clockwise side. Okay, so this is the basic of energizing. Okay, we are going to use the same energizing technique for everything. Okay, so for all the chakras, for all the organs, I'm going to just for all the chakras, we are going to use this technique for energizing. Only for ajna chakra, like for ajna chakra, as I told you, cleansing is like this with two fingers. Same thing for ajna chakras. Make this hand, okay, like a snake. Okay, snake's foot. So this is the hand. Again, this hand is a receiving hand, and you just say energize, energize, energize. Okay, so this is how we are going to energize the Ajna chakra. Do not use this hand, as it's a small area. It's a small area, so the focus should be only in that area, and don't say energize on the Ajna chakra. Okay. Now, few chakras we should not energize. Number one is the Mingme chakra. We should only cleanse and not energize. Second is the spleen chakras. We should only cleanse them and not energize. And third is the front heart chakra, which should only cleanse and we should not energize. Okay, write it down, remember it. We should never energize these three areas. Number one is we should never energize the back heart chakra. Okay, and we should never energize the spleen chakras. Sorry, we should never energize the front heart chakra. We should never energize the spleen chakras, and we should never energize the Mingme chakras. Okay. So heart chakra, both front and back heart chakra, we are cleansing, and we should energize only the back heart chakra and not the front heart chakra. Okay. Three things. Remember, again, I'm repeating, and it is very important. Do not energize front heart chakra. Do not energize the front and back spleen chakras, and do not energize the Mingme chakras. Okay. So please write it down in big red this thing and underline it. Okay. And another thing which you have to remember is when somebody has any infection or fever, then you should not energize the basic chakra or the root chakra. Okay. So never energize somebody's basic chakra if that person has fever or any kind of infection in the body. Only cleansing is required in for the basic chakra. Excuse me. I think that's with the energize. So after we are done energizing, immediately what we need to do is we need to stabilize the projected prana. So we energize, we said energize, energize, energize three times. Then what you need to do is imagine very clear blue skies. Okay, very clear blue sky where there is no cloud. Okay, beautiful like a light whitish blue sky. Imagine that, and imagine painting that area with that light blue color. Okay, I'm sorry. So just imagine you're painting that area with that light blue color and say restore, restore, restore. Okay, three times. So we are energizing three times. Energize, energize, energize. Then imagine the blue color, the light blue sky, clear blue skies, and paint it and say restore, 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 restore. Okay, as if you're painting that area so that whatever prana you have projected, it is being restored. Okay, so this is how we are going to stabilize the prana. Okay, so this is all about the energizing technique and the stabilizing technique. And I'm also going to tell that how to release the projected energies. Now, for your self healing, if you're doing your own healing, you do not need to cut the cord. Okay, so after doing energizing and stabilizing, okay, by saying restore, you just say your thanksgiving. You first bless yourself. You say that, you bless yourself, and then you just say the thanksgiving that um, the entire thing, that is to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, Holy Angels, Healing Angels, Guiding Masters, and Spiritual Angels, Spiritual Masters. I bow in front of you all. And I thank you for your divine presence, divine blessings, divine healing, divine protection, divine healing energy for today's session with lots of love in my heart, with lots of gratitude. I thank you in full faith. So be it, so be it, so be it. So I said my thanksgiving, okay? So we don't need to cut the cord when we are doing our own healing. Now, if you're doing somebody else's healing, then you need to cut the cord. Okay. So what is this technique to cut the cord? So you just say cut, 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 and it should be from the crown, from your head, above your head, till below your sacral chakra. Okay. So cut, cut, cut. Just three times you say cut, cut, cut. Otherwise, you might take in the other person's energy onto you, and then you might, like, suddenly feel angry or suddenly feel something. Okay, so do not carry on the energy. Suppose you forget doing that after a healing, whenever you remember, just cut with that energy. Okay, and even in your daily, like, sometimes you feel angry with a person, or like, somebody's irritating you, annoying you. And why does that happen? Because our energies are interacting. Okay, so that person's energy is clashing with your energy. So in those contexts also, you can just say cut, 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 and you will not feel anything. Okay, so just do that, and do this energizing and stabilizing. So this is, I have finished all the levels. Okay, I'm again going to repeat it. So first we are doing scanning, okay, and then we scanning our any affected area, scanning our chakras, scanning the overall aura. Then second thing is we are doing general cleansing, okay, with the cupping and combing technique. Third we are doing is the chakra cleansing. Okay. After chakra cleansing, you do the cleansing of that particular organ. Okay. Like all the scraping that particular place, like all the dirty, these energies being disintegrated into the spire now. Now. So you're basically cleansing that particular organ. After you cleanse that organ, then first you have to energize that organ. Okay. Organ or that particular area. Suppose it's a shoulder pain. So I'm going to first, after cleansing the shoulder area, I'm going to first energize that shoulder area. Okay, so first you're energizing that particular localized area. We are energizing. After energizing that particular area, next, we are going to energize the chakras we have cleansed. Okay, so suppose I have cleansed my for the shoulder pain. Suppose I have shoulder pain, so I have to cleanse my basic chakra, my sacral chakra, my armpit chakra, left armpit chakra, my solar plexus chakra. Okay, so after cleansing all of this, then I have to energize these chakras. Okay, so then I energize all the chakras, and then after that you say restore, restore, restore. And then if you're doing your own healing, do not cut the cord. If you're doing somebody else's healing, then you have to cut the cord and then say thanksgiving. Okay, so all the chakras related to whatever issues a person is having, the chakras have already been explained to you in a prior video, and I'm also going to give you few protocols so that you can follow them and use in your healings. Okay, so please keep practicing. And also I'm going to give you, we'll do some 2 3 the entire healing process, so that you all don't get confused, because it's all in bits and bits, so that you just know the concepts first and then you practice properly. So we are also going to do some healings together, some 2 3 healings, continuous healings. We are going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to see you in the next video, and please keep practicing.